Warrior tapping in. So I'm here with a controversial conversation that a lot of us aren't probably ready to have today, but it's a necessary conversation. Lately, I've been talking about, divinity, the triangle, the pyramid, keeping things in check through geometry, ancient Egyptian knowledge, things of the sort, ancient womb knowledge, magic, wisdom, whatever you want to call it, it's the same principle. Energy, which cannot be created nor destroyed, only transferred. So, with that being said, I wanted to highlight a particular topic today. Yesterday, we talked a lot about how men should be able to have multiple wives, and a lot of women got offended by that because it's like, I don't want my man outside of these streets with all these different women. They could bring stuff back to me. See, when we spoke on that topic, we weren't talking about a man having multiple girlfriends. We weren't talking about a man having multiple side bitches. What we were talking about when we had this conversation yesterday was a king who understands how to run a compound and how to invest into multiple women in order to build his dynasty. That's what we were talking about. That's what we were discussing yesterday. We were not discussing a man who's outside popping it for the low, got a bunch of bitches on his dick and all of that weird shit. We were not talking about that. No, that is not what we came here to express or exploit. Okay? That's not it. Never has been, never will be. Okay? What we were discussing was actually women, okay, who are ready to build dynasties and kingdoms with men who are kings and understand the true purpose of a masculine in America or in general. Meaning, if I have multiple wives and they all live together and they all become in synchronization with each other, right? I can impregnate multiple women at the same time, thus growing my flock, my fleet, my family, my legacy tremendously. Okay, we're not talking about a man just having a bunch of girls and they all drinking outside, popping it, showing off like, yeah, we the poly family. Like, no, we're not talking about that. We're talking about men who are like healthy. Oh, this T-bomb-ish. Sheesh. Men who are healthy, who are investing their energy into women, also educating these women, getting these women up to their, who are treating these women like queens. We're not talking about men who are just popping it for the low again. Men who are treating a bunch of women like queens and giving them queen treatment. Example of that, I don't like to admit it, but probably would be my uncle. He has a wife, right? He was married to, and he went out of town and she did cheat, right? But he eventually found someone else and eventually got her pregnant and married her. So even though he knows that the first wife cheated, he still takes care of that daughter. I mean, that son of hers, right? She lives in Texas somewhere. She's got her own business. She's doing her own thing, whatever. Her own car, her own house, paid off by his labor, his efforts, and also her labor and efforts. He made sure her lifestyle is good. Dually, on the flip side of that, his wife that he lives with over in Kuwait also has, I think, about 4 kids by him now. And she's living a good life. She has a maid, she has a cook, she's living. So both women are benefiting from this man giving them queen treatment, even though he's with one. He doesn't really go to the other one at all. He's just with the second wife. But you understand how when a man knows how to be a man, he can run 2 households at the same time. Now the other wife, I don't know, she might have dated someone else and found someone new by now. I don't know. I'm not in contact with her, but I do know he still supports her for the sake of the kid, like a real man should. I'm hearing too many Facebook posts about, oh, if a girl got 2 kids, I couldn't date her, and by 2 different dads, that means she was loose. It's like, that's your perception based on the women that you choose and that you date. You can't put that blanket over every single woman. Some women trusted men and they were good women, and then the men just turned out to be fuck boys. Because if you tell a dude what you expect, and a man could put on a show for as many months as he wants to, right? And be whatever he thinks you want, and then when you get pregnant and he has to face up to responsibility, just dip out because, oh, I ain't trying to sign up for all of this. So understanding that not everybody who's going through a certain situation is the same kind of person. So just because a woman has 2 baby daddies doesn't mean that she's a loosey-goosey slut in the streets. No, she could have just got lied to by 2 different men who just pretended to be something that they're not. put on a show, lied about their job, lied about where they live at, lied about living with somebody, or they could have went through financial hardship due to a relationship before her, right? So when we talk about men having multiple wives, we're not talking about men just having a bunch of girlfriends. I believe when a man dates or marry a woman with children, then they are part of the deal. But a woman should say she has children. Well, obviously, I don't know any women that are out here dating and then lying about having kids until after it's like sealed that they're in a relationship. Now that's really weird. What's up, baby? What's up? So yeah, the topic was basically multiple wives, multiple girlfriends, but well, I don't know anybody like that, so I can't speak for that. That's a weird combination right there. Everybody, please go ahead and do me a favor and like the video if you're here. It's a lot of people in the chat, but not enough likes, right? And subscribe to the channel if you aren't already subscribed. Now, if you say you hit somebody, a single mother of 3 behind a wow. Hold on, y'all. Basically, what I'm saying is, a lot of us don't understand. I did not get cracked last night, actually. I'm okay. I'm just, when you understand your sacred wisdom and your alignment of yourself to your forehead and your nose, you don't really. Y'all have some interesting perspectives. I can't lie. I'm seeing some interesting stories here. Well, without further ado, let's get deeper into the subject since you guys are sharing y'all's personal stories. Yesterday we spoke about cosmic womb wisdom. I want to show you guys the pictures that we poured into because this is I feel like this is more educational for me. So this is like the expression of what we're all going through right now, right? If you understand, does this picture resemble anything to you guys? Can anybody tell me what this picture represents since everybody has something so smart to say? Does anybody know what this means? Okay. I'm going to give y'all a picture in the back. Y'all see this hoodie right here? I designed this about 2 or 3 years ago. This is a figure 8 with wings and a halo. The hoodie theme was eternal euphoria, right? So a lot of the times in okay. So, anywho, this represents to me the feminine principle. So this is like a womb, right? These are the 9 planets. This is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto. This is a figure 8, which is infinity, right? To infinity and beyond, right? This would be the halo, which is the Merkaba, which you can use to astral project. These are the other two chakras above that system. Your soul star and your solar star, which would be like the sun gateway. And then also the gateway to your soul. Then there's a portal you go through, which is called the stellar gateway, which is like a swirl, which is how you get up to astral projecting. It's like a portal that you get sucked into, right? Your higher self. Here, over here is the moon, and here is the sun. So with this proper teaching here, the person that's holding that is the man. This right here, the halo and the arms right here is the man, and this is the woman. So this is the woman, the womb, and this is the man with his phallus. He's plugged in. We're locked in, and he's holding it all together. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. Get your root chakra obliterated like those prison dudes. You know, it opens you up to demonic possession. All right. Basically a god, I would assume. A man who's we were created in his image, so call us by our name. So yes, if a man who understands his power, his autonomy, yes, a god. These are all infinity signs locking each planet into each. So this is the infinity sign locking it into the sun, infinity sign locking it into the sun. These are all infinity signs, but they look like wings. Again, like the picture that I showed y'all from the hoodie I designed 3 years ago. This downloaded into my brain last moon cycle. So let's get even deeper, right? Hold on, y'all. So you also might wonder why your ancestors wear tribal markings on their face. It's because of what you see me experiencing right now in real time. You'll feel certain energies that will touch certain nerve endings on your face. So when I learned I was herpes positive, I learned about the different nerves. So like this nerve right here is the no, this is not the glossopharyngeal. This is the trigeminal nerve right here on the side of the face. The trigeminal nerve locks into every single nerve ending on the face, right? This is also where the herpes, if you have oral herpes, is located at. The trigeminal nerve is here, okay? It locks down towards these nerves right here. It locks and goes across your cheek to right here. That's why they tell you to do lymphatic drainage. You're going like this, like this, like this, like this. And you'll see certain piercings like this piercing right here helps you like tap in with your lip, right? In your nose. The nose piercings help you tap into the nerves on your face to have more autonomy of your identity. So you really feel your identity, right? You really feel in tune with your face. Like you'll see a woman who have like white dots on their eyebrows, African women, because they want to feel in tune with their eyebrows. Because when you're leading with your eyebrows, you're able to push all that other stuff off of you and really be your own identity. Right? You're able to move out of certain spaces and places and say, no, this is my identity. A book I've been reading, The Sacred Woman Journey, right? So let's see. I think there's some pictures of some women in here with face markings and things of the sort. You'll see women who will mark their own third eye. I was blessed to have had mine marked since I was born. I've had this on my forehead since I was a kid. This is a scar. But then even these marks here, right? And this marks my subconscious eye. Also the tip of the nose, which is a lot of times you need to Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer led the whole entire sleigh with his antlers that look like the picture that I just drew. Because doesn't this also, the shape of my nose to my ears and all of that look exactly like this as well? A owl face, OVO and the XO. It all ties in when you really understand higher knowledge and occult knowledge and sacred knowledge and just information. Like even for instance, this headdress right here worn by pharaohs, that's for balance as well. So that gives you from these tops of these ponytails to the side of the sheep to right here to my shoulders. That's geometry to keep your head on a swivel, right? A pharaoh, so that you're upright. That's why they wore the headrest like that. Your shoulders to the top of your head. You're a pharaoh. Act like it. Know it. The serpent coming out of the eye is about opening up your root chakra and trusting somebody else to help lead you and guide you from behind. It is about that. Like a man to a woman coming all the way through, coming through the back of the brain, coming through the front of the brain. You'll begin to feel that same snake come out of your forehead. You'll feel that feeling when you truly align with somebody. That's what that's all about. This is the knowledge they didn't want us to know, that they hid it from us. Also the Ankh. It's not blasphemy. It's what the Masons have been teaching for years. They just don't want everybody to know. They want you to join their secret society and let one of them open your root chakra up and blow your back out so that you now have a loyalty to a whole entire group of people that mean you know well. But this information was our information since the beginning of time. Even the long beard. To know how to look down and feel your chin connect to the ground. It all came from ancient Egypt. It's a moldy book because my ex spilled juice on it. He wasn't ready to go down his spiritual journey, but it's funny, he was actually using all of this knowledge because he learned, I think, through masonry, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how he learned it, actually. I've never took the time to ask him how he learned all of this, but he has this knowledge as well. This book is the Sacred Woman book by Queen Afua. It's the 50th anniversary of the book. Oh no, the 20th anniversary, but she's been doing this for 50 years plus. So today, this was more on point with what we were talking about yesterday, right? It's a really great book. It's a very famous book too. If you want to, I mean, it's supposed to be for just women, but they have a book called, her son wrote a book called Man Heal Thyself. So if y'all want to go ahead and get into the men's version and let the women hold their knowledge and let the men do y'all's part, then y'all can go ahead and read Man Heal Thyself. Okay? So then, outside of knowing you're a pharaoh, adorning yourself with such knowledge, I mean, for me to be blessed with it right on my forehead, having it right there, having the way, knowing my life path numbers are number 1, and then like meeting Erica Badu in my dream, and she has life path number 1. She's a Pisces. My moon sign is Pisces. Me getting in tune with my feminine energy, which is moon. It's just so many things that just came into play that tied my whole life into understanding. And I want to hope that you guys could also grasp those concepts as well. Even the concept of knowing how big you are, right? Like Earth is this big, your spirit is this big, but your soul is that big, and it's eternal, right? So all this to say, moving into the next subject, because we talked about this deeply yesterday. We talked very deeply about this yesterday. But You can look at the video from yesterday, Lucky Lady. It's just basically about being a woman, how to activate your womb, how to really find peace in your body, how to take back your power, your magic, you know, like closing off your portal to things that don't serve your highest good so that you can feel strong and powerful again. Right? But then additional to that, yeah, you can get it on Audible, so you can just listen to it. You don't have to, but it's best that you buy the book because it shows you what to do with your altar, water ceremony, waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, getting these things done before starting your day. No problem. What else? Today I wanted to briefly talk about how, with all this being said, in this climate, we still have men who are trying to be in competition for the leading role in a relationship. Now, in history, you'll never see that a man was leading. Y'all gonna get mad at me for this, all you men in here, but it is the truth. In history, men or patriarchy never led. It was always women. Even in animal kingdoms, the men don't lead. The lionesses hunt and teach the sons how to hunt. The men just lay around and fuck all day and keep people protected when it's good in time. But really, the lions, they just sleeping with their cubs all day and then going out to get their own food by themselves. But the mothers are teaching the sons how to hunt. The mothers are hunting. The mothers are bearing the children. The mothers are running the pack and creating boundaries between the outside world and the cubs together. It's not the men in most animal kingdoms that are doing the protecting and the child rearing. And the child rearing is what actually creates the whole entire dynamic of the family and the dynamic of everything in general. He's the face, of course. We and women, we know how to let our men look good because just like my ex would say, I need me a bunch of baddies to make me look good. I want me a beautiful girlfriend to make me look good. He would even tell me, he's like, you make your king look good. Like he would always rub my neck and be like, you make me look good. That's facts. A good woman or a smart woman or a wisdom-filled woman makes a man look good. It makes him glow. Even a dude I dated before him. The day after we slept together and we decided we was gonna be in a relationship and he bought me breakfast, he went to work the next day. Something got into you. You glowing today, baby. I like this on you. Whatever this is beautiful. Yes, sir. Yes. We are actually animals. There's only 5 kingdoms of life, actually. There's only 5 kingdoms of life. It's the kingdom of the Protista, Monera, fungi, plants, and then animal kingdom. We fall in the animal kingdom because we're mammals, because we're hairy. You know, we have hair on our bodies. So we fall into the mammal kingdom. So yes, we actually are animals. We're just a very evolved, damn near naked animal, but we still are animals. That's why a lot of people can communicate with animals psychically. That's why you'll even look on YouTube, you'll see videos of animals like cats damn near talking to their masters. Row, 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 row. Or you'll say no to a dog and it knows what you're saying. Because we're all animals, and vibration and energy is how we communicate. It is what it is. I'm sorry, hold on one second, guys. I'm sorry, it's like so many people, like, I don't know, they're bringing out the guns today. They got people doing work outside, they drilling stuff, they taking out the trash, they making so much noise behind me. So I apologize for the energy switch up outside. It's a lot of stuff going on out there. That's not the spirit, that's just a bunch of men trying to work, needing energy. And the women are saying, absolutely the fuck not. But we are animals. Yes, we are animals. Based on our DNA code, we are animals. Yes, actually. No, we are animals. We're animals. Why don't you want to believe that you're an animal when there's only 5 kingdoms of life? Anyways, the conversation that we're supposed to be... Hold on one second, you guys. That was taught to me in elementary school and high school, that there are 5 kingdoms of life, and you can go ahead and Google it right now if you want to. Actually, hold on. This is T. Let's read the T's thing. It says, let your need be to help those in need. And it says, even a journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. Okay, so let's go ahead on my other phone. Let's see. We're gonna do this real quick. Are humans animals? It says, yes, biologically, humans, Homo sapiens, are classified as animals belonging to the kingdom Animalia. We share fundamental traits like being multicellular, eukaryotic, and heterotrophic, eating other organisms. We are classified as mammals, primates, and great apes, sharing DNA characteristics. So, yes, we are animals. Yes, we are animals. Yes, biologically, humans are classified as animals. Y'all done with the argument now? Your hairy ass and your hairy ass crack and your hairy private parts make you an animal. Okay? You're an animal. That's why they say you're a freak of nature. Oh, she's an animal. Oh, he's an animal. Oh, he's an animal. Oh, she's an animal in the bedroom. Biologically, we are animals because we are what? We share fundamental traits like being multicellular, eukaryotic, and heterotrophic, which means we eat other organisms. Yeah, your ego makes it like, I'm a human being. You're an animal that has barely any hair on it. Unlike us people who are hairy, we understand where we come from. We're closer to, understanding the truth. We don't gotta fight it just because we next to hairless. No, boy, your ass is an animal. Thank you. Like, you're an animal. Which is why it's so normal for us to actually want to have these interactions of being sexually active with multiple partners, because animals do the same thing. Lions do the same thing. Monkeys do the same thing. Penguins were the only animal that didn't do it, but now even the penguins are doing it. So I'm just not understanding why that's so hard to believe when it's right here. I'm already healed. The issue is I have a bunch of people who are working on a building in a neighborhood that I'm not even a part of, assuming that they're going to come over to our neighborhood and take energy from us. That's healing, is knowing that I can say no. I can say, no, I'm not going to be the source of energy that you use today. You can use something else. You can use the energy of the people in your actual neighborhood that you're working on. You can expect them to give you the energy to go. Wolves only have one partner. Yes, and I've made it with a lot of wolf boys. And they all want me to be their wife. And I'm looking at them like... See, I'll show y'all something. Let me see if it's going to pop up. I haven't talked to him lately. Well, I talked to him last night. Let me see. Can y'all see it today? Hold on. It's probably not going to pop up today because he was a part of the healing journey. But y'all see how this little knot right here is coming out, this little bubble? So that little third eye right there, right? For educational purposes. Because I'm not really supposed to show y'all this, right? But y'all know how the Squid Games worked, how they had the different shapes on their forehead? Different people from different groups have different shapes. So there's a shape right here. I see somebody's just coming through. Then there's this other one I have right here, this really, really wide one, right? I think that's my grandma, if I'm not mistaken. That's hers. Her forehead is expanded completely, right? Y'all see it right there. But then there's like smaller ones, like my brother, right? Let me see if he can come through. So my brother, you see his is really small and really skinny. His knowledge isn't fully expanded. He's still in his dark night of the soul. He's smart, but he's just not fully expanded. But his is really skinny. because he's younger, right? Whereas somebody else's is right here, pretty expanded, pretty wide. And then where's my sun? Let me see if my sons will come through. My son. You can identify who you're in connection with based on your forehead shape. So like there's a guy that I dated. Let's see if the wolf boy, where's he at? Q-on. Okay, so the wolf boys, they usually have like, it's like a V, and then the one that goes up like that. And you'll very much see that in celebrities and white people, because the wolves of Wall Street, right? That makes sense, how the wolves of Wall Street. So you'll usually see the V and then the other V, but I can't see it. Oh, it's coming through. It's finally coming. Okay. So you see that one right there, and then it comes up. So based on who your mate or your partner is, your forehead will have a symbol, and it'll let other people who are aware of this knowledge know that you're already marked by someone. Okay? So you'll be marked based on who you're in connection with also. So y'all see the different ones? Y'all can see the different ones, right? Like you see this one right here, then you see the one out here. Based on how many people you keep in tribe, or there it goes right there. See the small one? It's kind of hard to see because I have like a lot of different lights reflecting off of me, so you can't see all the shadows. But you see all the different ones. And it'll show how expanded your actual consciousness is based on, yeah, so us women, we get marked. So people will know, like my grandmother's is huge, as you can see. She's very expanded. She's been here for a long time. Well, this right here, that's the acne mark. But my original marking, what I was born with, was this and these two, which line up with the pyramids in Egypt, right? The Orion constellation. So imagine a face in Egypt on the ground, sitting there, right? And this is going to unlock a key for you. Imagine a face in Egypt sitting on the ground. And then not everybody knows this, but again, back to this picture right here. When you get to your higher self, you no longer are operating where you're thinking about your body outside of your, like, because a lot of people, oh, I'm inside, my spirit is inside of me. No, we're inside of our spirit. Our spirit is huge. But in order to navigate or have the key to your spirit, you have to understand this is your face. Sun, moon, your heart chakra, your feet, and your head. Does it make sense? You can direct yourself by understanding this knowledge, or even let this be the sun and this be the moon, depending on how expanded you are with your knowledge, right? And you'll begin to, I don't know if y'all have ever felt what feels like something's like going up and down your nose. Y'all have never felt that? Have y'all, people who aren't on this level of consciousness where you become just a floating face, but the nose, right? So then that's literally your body, right? So then you'll understand the concept of, if I'm on my face, like if I'm a person laying on my face, right? If I'm a person laying on my face and I feel something going on like that, I could like simply block it and reroute it. Jesus knew witchcraft too. He was bringing people back from the dead. What y'all talking about? Everything about religion and spirituality is witchcraft. I talked about witch yesterday. If you want to talk about witchcraft, go back to the video from yesterday. So you'll know that your nose is how you direct yourself. Your nose is your compass. Because when you think about the Merkaba, the nose would be the point that goes out this way. Then the other point is here, right? And the other point is in the back of the head, geometry. And then you have the other point here, which comes from the thymus down here. So then you're able to really steer your Merkaba better. You're becoming a better driver spiritually because you finally unlocked the Merkaba. If you're not here, it's okay. When you get to this knowledge and it makes sense, you'll get it. But if you're not here, don't disrespect it because you don't know it. Why do you think they shot the noses off of all the pyramids? The nose is how you know. If you know, you knows. If your nose, that's why they shot the noses off, because the nose gives you power. They hated the African black nose because the nose was so strong. It doesn't matter what's aesthetic. Aesthetic is not going to get your soul nowhere. I can have the biggest titties and the biggest ass. It's not going to get my soul to heaven. Talking about aesthetic. They shot the noses off of all of these different situations because of this fact. They didn't want us to know. You're not going to go around to a bunch of ancient sphinxes and just shoot the nose off just because. They didn't want you to know that the original nose was the black nose. They didn't want y'all to know that the original nose was a big ass nose that looked like this, probably. Y'all, all the sphinxes look like this. They didn't want you to know that. They didn't want you to know that the nose of most of these sculptures looked like this. They wanted you to think that these cute little teeny pointy noses that look like this were the original and where the knowledge came from. But it's a black nose that was on all of these pyramids and all these sphinxes. All of the sculptures that have the nose shot off will have a big nose. I do not know how many noses were shot off. I don't think that really matters. And it's so funny, right? Because let me tell you how spirituality worked. My last relationship was like the crossover relationship. It really like brought me into like, either I was going to start thinking about death is death or afterlife. Like it was, I did a paper on Maya Angelou when I was young. She's a poet. She went through a lot of the same things as me. Right? And I always highly regarded her. Right? The last guy I dated, he went to Maya Angelou school. Look what I just opened the book to. Where'd it go? I just opened a book and this was the first thing I saw. He ended up going to that high school. And then I went through all of these knowledgeable things and learnings and teachings and understandings under him. And I would always be so worried that I'm like, why you keep on saying your soul belong to me? You belong to me. I'm like, why would you keep saying that? I just thought it was the weirdest thing, but I'm like, I see how much higher knowledge I grasped while being with this person. So I would understand what he would feel like. Basically, I paid for your higher knowledge, like I paid for your college. But of course, I'm like, I don't want to listen to you. What you mean? Why you? But I see why he wanted me to listen. I see why he wanted me to submit. It's just, in the 3D world, he looked like he ain't shit. And that's usually how it happens with these relationships. And this is what a lot of the relationship gurus and people don't want you to know, because they don't benefit off you understanding life on this level. You have a person who you've been dating for centuries. We are simply spirits who keep on reincarnating until we remember the original knowledge. We're going to keep on reincarnating into different forms of slavery until we remember the original knowledge. Which is why we are eternally here. There's a reason why celebrities start looking like they're aging backwards. It's because when you realize who the fuck you are, you stop aging. Because if I am a person who was already passed and I'm simply a spirit reincarnating, then I don't die, so I don't need to age. So fuck a birthday, I don't get older, I get wiser. So you see, this last relationship took me to that knowledge of self. And I couldn't understand, like, what you mean I gotta listen to you? But I see why now. And I don't like it at all. I think it's the most, I'm a woman now. But I get it. Because he showed me so much. The relationship wasn't rough at all. It was what I needed to break me into my soul. Why are nose rings popular? Because the pain that you experience when you get a nose piercing helps you get more conscious of your nose. I'm not hurt. That's the person's energy. He lives next to the KKK. Okay? His neighbors are KKK members. He's hurt. Now, they felt the pain in my heart. They felt that pain. And that came from him because he lives next to them. And we split up. And last night he was like, he called me. He was like, he needed something. The sexual relationship wasn't rough at all. Nothing about that relationship was rough. It was just the fact that he lived next to KKK members, and that was troubling for me as a person who wants to be a revolutionary and break free. But I realized we had dreams of all of our past lives together. Like, I dreamt that we ran away from the KKK together. I dreamt that we was on the Underground Railroad together. I dreamt that one time he was a politician and he was fucking me to impress the white boys. So he was becoming a good old boy. And he got in with the in crowd because him fucking me, they would possess his body and have access to my energy. And then that is still happening to this day when I was fucking him at his house and his neighbors are KKK members. So they're basically getting in his energy and having access to me while he's fucking me. Do you miss him though? I miss him if he would heal. I would miss the version of him that wouldn't actually try to like strangle me and punch me and get mad at me because I didn't want to listen to everything he said. But until he could become that version of himself, that's not going to help me on my journey. But that's why I had to at some point break away and lead him. So this is why you need to understand that men don't lead necessarily, because men are taught, again, like lions, how to hunt by their mothers. Women are actually secretly leading the whole entire time. We just give men the authority to feel like they're leading us. But by the access that you give a man to you and by the rules that you do and don't allow him to have access with your body, you actually lead him to either healing or staying stagnant as an unhealed man. And that's the secret that men don't want us to really explain between the women and that men don't want to admit to. He was black. But you know, there's black, like most of the people who are celebrities, he was a celebrity, he's a local celebrity. Most celebrities give access to their body to people who are supremacists because supremacists run the jails, they run the rap scene, that's why people rap about killing and murdering and fucking and being whores, because these people run these popular groups that are distractions so that we don't ever get to this knowledge. That's how they become celebrities, but that's also how they keep us stagnant. If y'all watched the movie Django, y'all remember how Samuel L. Jackson, he was like working for the white man? Excuse me, he got him a good seat. No, I was actually homeless at the time. I was kicked out of my own home, and this was the only person that opened up their doors to me. He wasn't nailing me to the cross. I actually had a vision of us both being nailed to crosses outside of his house and being lit on fire. And I never understood why that happened until I understood that his neighbors had Confederate flags posted all around their house one day during a full moon when I had to pee outside. And I looked in their window and I was like, oh my God, that's a fucking KKK flag. And then it all came to me and I couldn't help, like I cried so hard I couldn't even breathe. And he was like, what's wrong? I cried so bad I started choking. Like that kind of cry. My soul cried. It wasn't just the cry that I cried, right? And people were like, oh, you're delusional. You're crazy. But at the point where you realize that you've been coming back over and over through lives over and over and over again because of the infinity sign, you realize like either we're going to heal this lifetime and come back as something better next time, or we gonna keep this toxic shit up and keep coming back. And then the people who are attached to our souls, divine masculine, we gonna keep doing this stupid shit so everybody attached to us gotta keep going through this shit. There's a reason why they told you most of your pharaohs were gay. Because in order to have that snake coming out your forehead, it takes masculine energy coming through the back end. Someone to push you forward to make you more powerful. Those secret two pyramids behind you were two men by standing behind you, pushing you forward. His neighbors, two white KKK guys standing behind him. And then there's a white woman standing behind them, which makes their diamond sign. You know what I'm saying? It's so much. Y'all would only understand if y'all actually wanted to sit down and have the conversation. But a lot of y'all just want to ask questions to break what I'm trying to. Yep, you're crazy like me. I'm just saying, y'all. He taught me how to have the spiral coming down from my chin to look over my body. He taught me that. That's the spirit. That's the spirit of the pharaoh with the long beard wrapped up like a snake coming out from underneath. He taught me a lot. So this ancient knowledge he had too. He learned it from somewhere, or it came actually from his spirit too. First day I saw this person, we couldn't stop looking at each other. I couldn't understand why. But now that I'm more aged in my my journey, I'm realizing, like, at the end of the day, whether he healed or not, somebody else is going to replace his face with the same exact knowledge, but just more advanced in the actual journey. He was just a big crossover or crossroad point for me to get to this knowledge. Yeah. But every time I let him go, I can feel all the walls in my house just start to crack and creak. It's like, don't let me go. Because inside of a man, you do find a home. Inside their mind, inside their heart. I can even hear the frequency coming through my ear right now. What's in the cup? Oh, this is immune boosting tea. So I put together a detox tea and a echinacea lemon and a I think I did echinacea and then lemon balm and elderberry tea together. And it says on the tea, it's yogi tea, really good tea. Y'all go get that yogi tea. And it says, let your need to help those in need. Let your need be to help those in need. And it says, even a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a first step. Okay. Woo! My mom is here. I'm in the DC area, next to all those other geometrically placed buildings that conduct energy, the Memorial, the White House, the Capitol. Why are you crying every day? I don't cry every day. I just am a person who's in tune with what happened in my spirit centuries ago. So I'm one person who's actually vulnerable enough to feel that and live in that. My sister skates, I don't skate. So today it says, crave God's presence. It says, my soul yearns for you, O Lord, in the night. Yes, my spirit within me seeks you earnestly, for only when your judgments are in the earth will the inhabitants of the world learn righteousness, uprightness, and right standing with God. Isaiah 26:9. If we are hungry enough, we will get something to eat. And if we can't eat before we leave home, we will go to a drive-thru at a fast food restaurant, or we will call a place that delivers food to bring us something to eat. If we are hungry enough for God, we will find a way into his presence. We should be so hungry for the presence of God that we absolutely will not go out of our house or tackle any kind of project until we have spent some time with him. What have I been talking about all day? Understanding that we are God. Understanding that when we get the knowledge that we need, that we truly get to sit in the presence of God in the land of milk and honey. It's not in celebrity. It's not in having sex. It's not in having a fast car. It's not in having a foreign car. It's not in having things that are nicer than other people. It's in understanding the true balance of what the fuck this shit even is. Your vagina, your womb, which is the shape of your face, on your nose, on your head, me with these two ponytails, my sun and my moon, connected my uterus or my nose to my sun and my moon on the back corners of my head, connected down to my shoulders, give me my pharaoh shoulders, my understanding of the ancient geometry. When I understand all of that mathematics, I get to sit in the highest seat. I don't have to go to a Masonic meeting to become. I don't have to go to a Eastern Star meeting to become. This knowledge was our knowledge before anything existed. Me not even reading books for the most part. Somehow I just knew crave God's presence was the message today. What have I been talking about the whole entire time? Getting to your highest potential, your cosmic understanding, astrology. We've been doing astrology since ancient Egypt. When they built those pyramids, Orion's pyramids were aligned with the star system exactly somehow. We've been aware of all of this stuff. The fact that I made a hoodie doing this 3 years ago, not knowing that I would eventually draw this after a full moon meditation, and the fact that they line right up in my face has the exact same thing, pyramid, and the one that's further off, like Orion, go check the Orion, like, it's right there. I came as a prophetess to just remind you guys so y'all could get free so we could have sunlight every day. I'm tired of winter. What the fuck we need to have winter in America for? That shit ain't normal. Oh, y'all see? Oh, look, mine is coming out. Y'all can see mine. Look, this is how big mine is. Y'all see mine? Y'all finally get to see how big mine is. Mine is almost as big as my grandma's. My grandma's is way bigger, but here's mine right here. Y'all see it? It's getting bigger. Oh, my ex is coming back. I see his wolf is coming. Oh, see, there goes a wolf one. I can't lie to you, it's right there. I'm showing y'all all these things in real time. This one is my son's father's though. This is my baby daddy's. But mine is like right here. But you see, your womb is lined up on your forehead. You'll find a bunch of distractions and things that'll take you off your path and direct you a little bit more to the other side. Okay, let's see. Pyramids lined up with Orion. The theory that the three main Giza pyramids align with Orion's belt is popular, though controversial idea known as Orion correlation theory, OCT, suggesting that the layout mirrors the stars Alnitak, Alnilam, and Mintaka, reflecting ancient Egyptian beliefs linking to Orion to the god Osiris and the afterlife. But mainstream Egyptology remains skeptical about the precision of the intentionality of the match. So have we not been talking about Osiris for the past 2 days? The fact that my ex's daughter's name is Osiris is crazy. And the avatar became a woman at one point. But hey, I'm just saying, you know, the story, you know, gender does transition between the figure 8, it be flip-flop and stuff, okay? I'm just saying. Anywho. Oh, here go. The Orion correlation theory. You see how those 3 stars, it's right there. It's the same. Oh, I mean, but I'm just making stuff up, right? It's just randomly on my forehead. I'm just making it up and I'm just making it up. I'm just making it up, right? As we go. But this, I didn't put that on the internet, but it's on my face though. I didn't ask for it to be on my face. It's right there. I just came to remind everybody, you know, here go the pyramids right there. There they go. Okay, alrighty. I'm just saying. I didn't make this shit up. This is it's y'all science. This is y'all stuff. Orion, Osiris, Isis, ancient Egypt, the ancient geometry that was ours, Thoth. Everything that Thoth taught was what they tried to teach us is Mason. Everything that was found out in Thoth said if you wanted to move through space and time freely, it's not about these geometric angles that they try to give to you. It's about moving in swirls, inconsistent lines, and squiggles and abstract formats to get through space, because if you truly do move in these geometric forms, they will trap you. So the base knowledge is the ancient Egypt structure, right? The lines and the pyramids, the 33-degree masonry, and they want you stuck there. They don't want to teach you about the swirl. They don't want to teach you about the loop. They don't want to teach you about the spiral, the cylinder. Because once you learn about that, which is the halo, hold on, halo, hello, halo. Once you learn about the back halo on the back of your brain, once you learn about all of that, you can't get trapped inside of their pyramids and their squares and their things. See, I come as the base knowledge, but I still give you the further knowledge, because the afterlife comes with the swirls and the squiggles. You want to maintain life, you want to maintain the structures and the masonry, right? Because masonry is also defined as what you do when you're constructing bricks and doing when they take the fire, welding and stuff like that. That's masonry. You look it up, what is masonry? That's what masonry is. They have masonry companies to build structures and things that withhold or confine things. Right? These structures confine you. But when you truly get to the afterlife, you'll see even in the pictures where they have Jesus with the halo. Here he coming with his wheel. So all I'm saying is this. Let me get off of here because people being, circular, exactly. People being ridiculous at this point. But but in order to have a good circular format, right, you need to have your pyramids. Because if you have a Ferris wheel, right, the Ferris wheel has something that's holding the circle up, right? So you would need those structures. But one version or one part of the lesson comes before the next, okay? So maybe I am a gatekeeper to help you get to the next level of knowledge, which somebody else has the next level. Would you want to experience the after, then come back to let us know? I already did. I went to heaven, and God said this in a dream. He said, I kept being stuck inside of a mall, right? I kept getting stuck inside of a mall, and I couldn't understand, why am I keep getting stuck inside of this mall? Ooh, that just hurt my damn cheek. Goddamn. Hold on. Hold on. God damn. Whew. Okay. Woo. That shit was hurting my damn face. So I kept getting stuck inside of a mall, right? And I couldn't understand why I kept getting stuck inside of a mall. So I'm like, why am I getting stuck inside of a mall? Like, what the hell? What does that mean? And what I learned was I went to heaven and I was looking down at the mall and I had a bunch of money and the money kept dropping out of my pockets into the mall. And I'm like, oh God, why? And I went back down to get my money and I came back up to heaven and I got almost in the door and then the money dropped again. I saw a girl take my money. She started twerking. She said, I got all her money. Ah. And I couldn't understand why. And I couldn't understand why until, again, it's always during a full moon that I have my downloads. I was like, heaven was above. Why was heaven above the mall? Because I went to the top part of the parking lot. Cause I'm like, oh, let me go to the highest part at the mall, which is the parking lot. Heaven was above the mall. And I'm looking at the moon and I was like, heaven was above the mall. Heaven was above the mall. And I was like, heaven was above them all. And then it hit me. My son's name begins with an M. And the M is a very important structure in spirituality. Heaven was above them all. Not just the mall. Heaven was above them all. No, listen to me. Heaven was above them all. That's why heaven's above the mall, because the mall represents ego, money, sex, lust, buying things to impress other people, buying things to overstep or overstand other people. The mall represents ego. And again, your ego is in your solar plexus. So in order to get above the ego, you have to get through the heart, communication, your third eye, and then to your crown. So heaven was above them all, the crown. You see the sun starting to shine brighter now? Yeah, that's the vibrations increasing. So heaven was above them all. Not the mall, but them all. But the mall represents the ego. The mall is here. Everybody comes to you. That's why my mom always says, don't let nobody come up above level 5. Don't you people trying to go from level 5 to level 10. No, don't come above level 5. Because you don't let people come past where you could shop anywhere down here. This is my earthly existence. You could shop all down here. But when you come up in here, you violate my personal space. Now it's war because you all up in my higher self. You could be down here. My mom always say, don't come above level 5. Okay? Stay down here. Because heaven was above them all. Them all. Heaven's up here. The land of milk and honey is in the mind. This shit is poetry. And remember, like I said, my ex went to Maya Angelou High School. And I always loved Maya Angelou Maya Angelou, I did a paper on her. Our lives mirror each other. I love poetry. It's so important. And the fact that I opened up the book today in the back and the first thing I see is Maya Angelou. She's a sacred word elder, autobiographer, poet, playwright, theatrical and film director, producer, performance and recording artist, public speaker, educator, born in St. Louis, 1928. Prolific author who became one of America's most famous poets when, at the request of President Bill Clinton, she wrote and delivered the poem On the Pulse of the Morning at 1993, the year I was born, presidential inauguration. Her literacy reputation stems from the first volume of her serial biography, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. I think that's what I wrote. Other autobiographical fictions include Gather Together in My Name, Singing and Swinging and Getting Married Like Christmas, The Heart of a Woman, and All God's Children Need Traveling Shoes. I'm sorry, my mom's energy just came up in here. Let me just, whoop-de-doo. Sorry, Mom, I don't want to ride on the J-hook today. I'm good. That's public transportation, by the way. The J, it pushes you along. You don't have to do anything. No work is required. You just get pushed along. But that's a whole nother conversation for another day. Right, because you see all the energy just brought in. It's like... Anyway, let's get out of that. So, yeah. Long story short, The knowledge is here. Hold on, y'all. You always see celebrities in interviews where they do that. They get like, hey, it's the reason why. It's really uncomfortable. Letting too many people into your personal space and you can't get across your message. Yeah. I'm readjusting. Just give me a second. Oh, I'm sorry. I accidentally hopped back into my mom's consciousness. So see, she's actually behind me today. Let me get back to myself. Damn, I was leading the game today. Hold on. Yeah, I went back to my mom's consciousness. That's what that was. See, I also have the ability to channel, so I could like hop into other people's consciousnesses and see what's going on in their body. So I was like in my mom's consciousness just now. Okay, that's what that was. She's further behind me, I see. But I can see myself ahead of her, which is so weird. Like I can see myself from her perspective. Let me go to me. Okay, here we are. We're back. We're back, y'all. Okay, I'm back in me now. I'm sorry, that was wild. But yeah. So that voice goes from male to female. Oh my God. How do you do that? It's just consciousness. I mean, we're all different body. I can't explain. Hold on, y'all. I feel all of that, Jonathan, unfortunately. And you see people coming on here talking, you want to get recolonized? Exactly. And it's like, we got out of it and they coming back. They try and get back in. You want to be colonized and start over? No. Don't even argue with them. They're just trolling. Like, they're just trolling. I'm just going to put them in timeout so I can hurry up and get this done and not be distracted. Yeah, they just coming through being disgusting. Hold on. I got it. Oh my God, somebody's energy make me feel sick. Jesus Christ, Lord, today. Somebody is definitely demonic that just came up in here. Okay. Oh, their energy's making me sick. Ugh. All right. Yeah, somebody's energy that just came up in here was disgusting. Like, absolutely repulsive. Like, oh my God, my face even feels nasty. Oh my God, what was that? Ew. Whew. Okay, so We have the Golden Elimination Parasite Detox. So I'm also a herpes positive advocate. Let me check my forehead. Hold on, let me see. Oh, it's one of my exes. Okay, I see it. He's here. Okay, well, he got to go, baby. Ooh. So the parasite detox that I make these capsules myself, right? These have herbs that are blessed thistle, burdock root, cascara sagrada, hyssop, nettle, hibiscus, prickly ash bark, wormwood, yarrow root, and yellow dock. I'll tell my herpes story again tomorrow. I tell it all the time, but if you want more information on it, you can go ahead and click the link in my bio and subscribe to my YouTube. Right, I have other stuff about it on here on this channel, or you can click the link in my bio and go follow me on Instagram or TikTok and go get that information over there as well. Right, I'm gonna go get some water so I can take these capsules because that just made me so sick, whatever the hell that was. Somebody's energy is disgusting, like legitimately, like trifling. That shit was disgusting. So if you would like to get these pills, you can order from me directly. All right. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, my mom could be the person that's doing it because honestly, me and her have had beef about stuff, and she's like, well, if someone's been running everything for the last 30 years a certain kind of way, no need to come in and disrupt what they got going on. But I'm like, So, yeah, it feels like it's her energy. Sorry, guys. I apologize about that. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. No, I already washed my face. I already did. That's the thing. There's certain people just come around with certain energies, man. And it is what it is. They just, you know, the matriarch of the family doesn't want to become the follower of the family. Simple as that. But anyway, let's get straight into the reading. Yeah, people will think you have a mental disorder. You're just hypersensitive to the bullshit. And people don't want to own up to the fact that they're fuck-face people. Like, there's some shitty people out here who don't respect people's energy. And that's just what it is. I see the judgment card keep popping up. Oh, hold on one second, y'all. Let me fix this. Well, that's all it was. We just had some KKK members jumping up into the chat. That's all. Some supremacist. That's all it was, y'all. My bad. I have moderators, but they're not on here right now. I don't know why they're not here. Thank you. I appreciate it. I need to go. I should have did my baby hairs. I ain't doing them today, you know. And I've had this hairstyling for like a little week, so you know. But I didn't gel down my little hairs. You know, it's blonde right here, but it's red all around. So I have like blonde patches and everything else is red. So I didn't get to do all of my stuff today, and I'm just, you know, I ain't put my little curl down on the side. You know, a little bit of water and stuff. I'm chilling. I'm just chilling for right now. Thank you, but I gotta do it because I gotta go to work at 4. So say somebody has imposter syndrome, so someone was doing spell work to you at night and then someone has imposter syndrome. All right, a Queen of Cups is trapping death somehow. The Six of Swords, becoming an Empress finally. Oh, period. Period. Hold on, y'all, because they getting on my nerves. Hold on. I always let my partners know that I have herpes. Yes. I let them know off bucks. So if anybody ever said, I got it from her, she lied to me, they lying through their teeth, because it's all over my social media. It has been for the last 3 or 4 years. And I also have a conversation with them in person. Now, what I need to start doing is testing people for them, because I need to start getting my partners tested so that they can't blame me for their herpes if they get it, or if they already had it before they dated me, but they wanted it. Because I feel like a lot of people have dated me knowing that they have herpes, but they date me so they can say that I gave it to them, which is bullshit. I have HSV1, but I have it above and below the belt. So I have herpes inside of my mouth. So not on my lips, no, but like I'll get an outbreak like on the side of my tongue right here, or under here, or inside of my cheek, or like right down here. But I never get it on the outside of my lips, and I don't have cold sores. But I have it inside my mouth. And then in my butt. So we have the 5 of Swords, right? So backstab, betrayal, somebody who's going to jail. Then we have Lovers. Oh, somebody's falling in love. And then we have the ancestral abundance, spiritual abundance that they're going to give you. So once you consummate a marriage spiritually, your ancestors are going to bless you physically. They said, hop through this portal and hurry up. They want you to hop through the portal and hurry up. They're waiting. They're like, can you please hurry up? Please hurry up. Like, come on, hurry up. Oh. Hold on, y'all. This is bigger than what I thought. Hold on one second. Damn. Sorry, y'all. So they said become a student at this time, and when you do, you will receive justice for what you've been going through. And there's a message in this justice. I'm sorry. No, my herpes does not affect my mental health. It just keeps my mental health actually cleaner and clearer because I just simply, you know, avoid stress at all costs to avoid outbreaks. A lot of hard work is going to come in with this transformation you're going through, though. It's going to be a big tower that's going to happen. Star energy at the bottom of the deck, but there's a death card that just popped up. So some kind of death to something, transformation to something. You have to have the initiative to make this leap. Judgment is being called on someone or something. And abundance is coming your way. A Knight of Cups. Being a quick-witted thinker. And that's the truth. You ever had somebody that wants to be the one for you so bad, but don't realize how damaging they are to your child, which is why you don't choose them? Yeah, it says leave behind things that bring you disgust, or like we had earlier, that upset stomach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I always know it's that person because of the feeling I feel in my stomach. Just be like, no. Right, with the Knight of Wands, working together. I knew it. I saw it already. I suspected it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Says you gotta isolate and get into solitude at this time. They saying there's a King of Cups attempting to balance their shadow, but they're in devil energy. And they're about to try to send somebody into a pit. To create some kind of harmony. And they want to be a protector. But that's really the King of Swords right here. Showing up. Yeah, the reading is really spot on, and I'm looking at everything on the board. I'm just like, wow, like really, we about to go to this length, like. Man, oh man. Someone did make a post the other day and said, sometimes I think it's depressing to be aware of everything. And depending on how strong your heart is, that's true. I remember my son's grandmother on his father's side, she said, if you want to be with my son, you must have a strong heart. Oh, she wasn't lying. Because the shit that come with that boy, child. All right, if you play the lottery by any chance and you need numbers for the lottery for your inspiration, we're going to talk about the spirit Wands, fire energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is the first number. Write down the number 7. Okay. All right. And the story goes for your spirit, which is your family. Someone's here to protect you and bring you harmony. Some kind of male ancestor, a king of swords. A king of wands. He is a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius masculine, but you have to have the initiative to go through this portal with them and stop having this imposter syndrome, because somebody's doing spell work on you at night. Okay, so that's the only person that can really keep you protected from that, right? Because they got eyes everywhere. Now, when it comes to your soul, the next number is soul. Soul is water, which is the cup, the soul. When it comes to your soul, 1, 2, 3, 4. So less of a focus on your soul. But this King of Cups and this Knight of Cups have a message for Queen of Cups. So both of these two Liberian men got a message for this Queen of Cups. What's the message y'all have for her? Earthly abundance, earth energy, material. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the number. And the story goes, there's abundance with a lot of hard work, but you got to become a student in order to get this spiritual knowledge or the spiritual abundance from the ancestors. So they letting this Queen of Cups know, look, we got you. You just got to learn how to work with the program, the family. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7, 4, 4, 7 is the first. Is 4 numbers. So the next area is the sword, air, the mind. And the story for the mind is this King of Swords is going to try to put you in this kind of pitfall. But, balancing your light and dark energy will help you get into solitude. And this is the truth. Somebody will be going to jail and somebody will be trapped in death, or somebody who went to jail has trapped death. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the last number. So 7, 4, 4, 7, 8 are the numbers if you want to play the lottery today. And the number on the story for the major arcana is this: some kind of devil energy you got to leave behind. It's throwing you off. You got to leave that devil ass energy in the past, because judgment is here. Someone is going to die or transition. This is going to be a big tower for somebody, but it's going to bring somebody justice with the lover's energy and allow them to become an empress. So somebody finna die, or a relationship with them comes to an end. Because remember, we're in the eternal now. People can't actually die, but y'all's relationship is gonna be over with. Like, that relationship is dead. That connection is dead. So stop going back there. I didn't see the King of Pentacles mentioned at all in this, so I think that chapter is now the chapter that is closed. I did not see him mentioned at all today, and that's rare. Usually he be front and center. So we're no longer in our worldly existence. We're now elevating into our higher, because King of Pentacles rules the earth realm or the material realm. Mama Gaia is nurturing you with the solitude, okay? Now, you may have some kind of volatility, some kind of erosion, some kind of erotic energy that you want to express, and there's nothing wrong with that. When you see the wind, that's letting you know you're activating. And some kind of communion is going to be happening. There's a new moon coming, new moon promise. So when the new moon comes, which is going to be in a few more weeks, when the moon looks like this in the sky, that little sliver of silver, that's when you start making promises to yourself. And whatever you promise to yourself should come to pass by the time the full moon comes around. Okay? My name is Euphoria, 9A's 1_. People want to know who I am? Euphoria, 9A's 1_. I have music on all streaming platforms. I have breathwork and meditation on all streaming platforms. I have poetry and spoken word on all streaming platforms. I'm also a herpes positive advocate, and I make affirmations for that on all streaming platforms. So if you need confidence boosters when it comes to your herpes or anything for that matter, just any kind of affirmation on all streaming platforms, I'm your girl. Let's see. What else? I do everything. I'm a mom. I'm a lover. I'm a philanthropist, if you ask me. And yeah. Passion. I'm a fire sign as well. So get into something that makes you passionate after you reflect, so that you can finally emerge into who you truly are. Then why does it sounding lonely seem depressing to the real? Loneliness is the ultimate peace. Ooh, hold on, baby. I don't really think anything when it comes to being lonely. Like, I'm cool with being lonely, because there's no such. I have a poem that speaks and it says, "I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. I get angry, but I'm not upset. I get stressed, but I'm not depressed." You understand? It's a difference between alone and lonely. I'm alone. I'm not lonely. If I wanted to, I could call anybody in my phone and they pick up. "What's up, girl? Oh, you want to go somewhere?" I'm alone. I'm not lonely. I can get on social media and go chill with a tarot card reader, or go on YouTube and go watch a video and go have some company. What I have is a lot of people who, like, I can see behind me, it looks like a big ass V stabbing in my back. That shit looks crazy. Yeah, that shit looks crazy. My son's at school right now. I'm chilling. I just came on here, wake up call for someone. But I'm chilling. My son's at school. I'm chilling. I just come on live and I do this because I really want to teach people this knowledge. Like, not everybody has this knowledge. Like, then again, they say the people who know already know, and they live in the land of milk and honey. But I feel like there was a point in time where I didn't know, and someone extended the knowledge or the olive branch to me of eternal life and knowledge, so that I could evolve into the higher version of myself. So I feel like it's my duty as a person who has all these markings all over my body to just like give the knowledge back to the people too. Like, it's other people who need to know what they don't already know. So there's some kind of voodoo being done on somebody right now. Some kind of bondage is being forced upon them. A Jezebel spirit also is being forced upon them. Somebody's obsessed with your energy. They think it's the pathway to go with you, so they do rituals on you consistently. Because you, in fact, are an earth angel. But you're protected, thank God. Somebody wants to misalign your chakra system. Somebody's attacking your chakras because they think that y'all are twin flames. Unexpected spiritual money's coming your way because of all this abuse that you've been through. And there's a health concern happening for the person who wants to keep on doing this to you. Somebody's doing death magic on you or attempting to. Because they know that you're a high priestess and you have self-love and they want a relationship with you. They're manifesting this. Ooh. And they want to build a house with you or a home with you. Message, they know that you're a divine feminine now. Yeah, they want you in confusion and illusion about this, though. They don't want people to believe that you're a high priestess. They don't want you to believe that you're a high priestess. This Ice King. Claims to be your divine masculine. But they are actually manipulating you and trying to do love spells instead of just allowing things to just naturally flow. Something about the courthouse and your gifts. They want to complain to the courthouse so that they can have access to your gifts. They want to swear that your gifts are their gifts. And they're pleading this in front of the courthouse, trying to get custody of your gifts, your authority, your autonomy, so that they can have a family with you or cast you out of your family. Something about your family and this person have been working together. They're doing things to try to limit your access to your divine gifts. There's a false narrative out about you. The opposition is getting beat up, and it's coming. People finally starting to realize you actually are a rich girl, rich in spirit, because you have knowledge. Original. Meanwhile, somebody else is in spiritual poverty and seeking destruction over your abundance. It's like they think that they're entitled to your spiritual abundance, but it's like, just because you my family don't mean you have access to me. Like, roll out. Like, they realize you're a rising star and it's surprising them, so they keep trying to do things to manipulate that and stop that. Like, legitimately a karmic masculine was sent your way to help them stop that. That's why I said the ex-boyfriend taught me a lot, but I don't think that was the guy for me. I remember the first time me and him hung out like at night in my car, and I was laying on his lap, and he was like, you know, you really a rich girl. It just hasn't come to you physically yet. And I'm not gonna lie, he asked me to give him a BJ, but when I gave him a BJ, y'all, I saw a fucking devil. I saw the devil. I saw the goat with the hands like this with the star. I saw that shit. And I was like, whoa. I jumped up and got so scared. I was like, what the fuck was that? Oh, hell no. Yep, there you go. Jealousy and envy. Yeah. Yeah. These people are jealous and envious of your natural gifts, and it's leaving them concerned. So they keep doing things to you because they're afraid you're going to find real love. So they keep on trying to do things to block that. Like, it feels like somebody is trying to shove something so far up my ass, y'all, without my permission. No, that's occult knowledge, because when you understand the El Shaddai and how you can use occult knowledge to come down like the Eastern Star, like that, which also resembles the womb too, but just in a more geometric structured facet. No, but everything is light and dark. Everything's balanced. It goes both ways. So again, but yeah, I don't really appreciate the anal penetration. That's not what I came here for. So I'm like, what the fuck is that about? Like, ew. Like, we don't need that. Get up out of here. Someone's enamored with you, and that's a good thing. And last two cards, they're trying to give you a love offer, and you have thoughts about that. Yeah, someone's trying to do some anal penetration, and it's just like, bro, get the fuck off my shoulders, bro. Like, get off my son's ass. Whoever that is is causing some kind of conflict. It's like, oh nah, you got to get the fuck up out of here. Anyway, we all in school though. Because when you understand occult knowledge, there's a level that is school where they're seeing how much you know, and you go through tests throughout the day. Like, they going to purposely fuck with you to see if you really know what you know. So that's a part of the journey, right? Templars go is a historical misconception. It's